Beale Reindorf, welcome back to the show.
It's good to be back.
Now, you must have known this is an ambush, Bill.
I had no idea.
You had no idea this
Nah.
is an ambush going down right now?
No, not at all.
All right. We haven't spoken since our last episode.
Last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know damn well I'm down to hang out.
Yeah.
And you're out living your best life. How you going, man?
Yeah, good. Honestly, can't complain.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. No, it's good, man. I want to just, check in, say hi. How's everything? I want to talk today about just relationships, work. Honestly, it really feels like a catch up again.
Yeah.
So I'm genuinely keen to catch up. That was meant to be a funny joke. It didn't land. But yeah, man, I just want to, feels like a good little life update, man.
Yeah, definitely.
How are you? How's everything?
Man, I'm good. Tired.
Yeah.
Been really busy at the moment. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, can't complain. Everything's good.
In terms of social life, man, do you feel like you've maintained a social life as well? I personally feel a bit not isolated, but I don't really go out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Am I mistaken in seeing that? I feel like you've
No.
maintained a healthy social life, unless I'm picking
Honestly,
the memories. Okay.
I would say it's something that I've been thinking about a little bit lately is I probably don't go out as much, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't know if there's, online, I think maybe, does it seem like, I don't really think so though.
I think I'm emphasizing more. I'm looking at the, you seem like you have a cool circle and like a strong relation, like a group.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So I think I'm projecting my image of that cool little community you have.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm curious about, I guess, just your friendship circles. What are, and then more broadly, conceptually, what do you look for in your relationships? Especially, maybe you can hone in on that kind of group as well if you want, but just in general, what forms your friendships or your relationships?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of I've got a close circle of friends. And I would say what brings us together is vested interests in different things, you know, whether it's business or sport or exercise or music or whatever it might be. There's always some form of connection that has brought us together, and then we've established a relationship, a friendship out of that.
Yeah, right.
So all my close friends we're all different, but we all have 1, 2, 3 different factors that bring us all together.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So when I hear that, I hear that these are like friends you've chosen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have friends that are kind of there, and any question I'm asking, I'm kind of internalizing as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you have old friends that sometimes you don't know what the relation is other than the fact that you're just friends?
Yeah.
Maybe time is the relation, maybe memories is the relation, but do you experience similar? I feel like I do.
I probably would say no.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually, I don't think I have that many friends, to be honest. I've got 3 to 4 main friends that I pretty much, if I'm not with one of them, then I'm probably by myself. I don't have those we've been friends forever type friends. I had one. He passed away a year ago, actually. Wow. So, and my closest friend.
Condolences.
There really won't be a friend that'll come close to that friendship that I had with my friend.
Wow, man.
Yeah. So, the last year's been pretty crazy.
Do you mind? Can I ask what happened?
Yeah, it was a free car accident.
No.
And he passed away. He got killed. Yeah. So, that was a life-changing moment in my life specifically, and I guess everyone that was impacted by that incident, definitely. So, in terms of, I think that definitely changed a lot of things in my life, specifically friendships as well, and my perspective on life as well. That it's you never think you're gonna lose someone extremely close to you until it happens, and it changes everything in your life. Definitely.
Just by definition, I feel like tragedy, ingrained in the definition, is the abruptness. It's when things, in the definition of tragedy, when I perceive it, it comes from after the calmness, the unexpected, this bang, this tragedy just catches you. We've experienced, or my family, I say we, it's a very close death as well.
Yeah.
And there was something about my kind of my beautiful moment in this death of my cousin was, as it was all still raw. It was insane. There was like, we were all constantly hugging each other, like we're going to lose each other because we lost one of us. And it was so interesting just observing myself and my family as it was in the middle of it. Everyone, every moment just hugged each other and kissed each other.
Yeah.
Every moment in the funeral, every moment, just hug and kiss, you're just hugging each other. And it was so cool and interesting to see the return of the routine, the return of the taboo to just randomly hug your family and say, I'm so glad you're not dead.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah.
There was something interesting about the way we transitioned back into it, and I'm going to work, you know? Sorry, that wasn't the beautiful thing though. What I was going to say was, in the moment of everything, maybe because I was crying so much, maybe because it was like actually like my eyes were wet.
Yeah.
But color went, color popped.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm so grateful to be conscious, to be alive, to see color.
Yeah.
Because there was flowers, and I was like, I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I see color.
Yeah.
And that moment was like a really grounding, present moment for me.
Yeah.
When I experienced that. So
definitely, it's grief. Grief is a very difficult thing to experience, and it hits you in different waves. You know, there's different cycles of grief. There's obviously the initial sort of early phase when you find out and you, I guess, interpret and you feel and you just let all the emotions out essentially. And then there's the next phase, I think, of just where you're healing through it, but then at any random moment you'll get hit with that feeling of the shock.
Well, a flood of memories.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
The memories, the locations or things you shared with that person, or even a moment of, oh man, I want to send this to, and you realize you can't.
Do you still feel that a year after? That's.
I would say I'm in a better place now. I still think about him every single day. And I think I'm at a point now where I feel he's still around. Like there's many moments since he's passed that I'll be experiencing something or witness something or be a part of something and just think in my head like, oh yeah, Luke is like, he would have loved that. Like I'll be laughing at, I'll laugh at something and I'm like, oh yeah, this is something we would have definitely laughed at together and experienced together. And that's a beautiful thing. That's sort of where I'm at now, the point where I'm embracing where things are at and that he isn't physically here, but he's here in spirit, definitely. Always.
There is something about, we've also lost I guess with is it Nietzsche? God is dead and it is we who have killed him. How are we to comfort ourselves, the murderer of all murderers, or something to that effect. But with the death of religion, we lost words like sacred, we lost words like spirit, soul. Regardless of your perception of the material reality of that, the words have meanings themselves. So when you say spirit or soul and he's carrying it through, I see that in my cousin in everyday life. You see the soul of someone or their spirit in our behaviors, in our memories of them through our life. It's like almost like the eternal human project in some weird way.
Yeah, it's honestly, and one of our things that we shared was because I'd known Luke since grade 4.
Wow, man, that's
so
a brother.
He was not just a friend; he was genuinely a brother of mine. And our favorite lucky number was 22. And dude, I kid you not, I see that number everywhere, everywhere in so many different environments, and it just reminds me of him, and I get comfort out of that. That he's still here. He's watching.
Did you both notice 22 as well when he was here? So is there a significance to the number 22, or prior to his passing to the noticing of the number 22?
I think definitely after his passing, I have noticed it a lot more, substantially more. And it's not something that I'm actively searching. It's just by chance just popping up
Right.
in everyday life and in different spaces that I'm in. Or I'll check the time, or I'll be, I don't know, doing budgets or whatever it might be. And that number will just keep popping up,
Right.
popping up. Or I'm at a gala and my table number is 22.
Oh wow. Yes.
And it's just, it's crazy. It's crazy, like how many times that I've seen that number and continue to see that number. That just reminds me of him and brings me a lot of comfort. Really, it really does.
Are you religious? What's been your relationship with, I guess, God or religion or?
Yeah, I believe in God. I'm a Christian. And for me, it's not really, I wouldn't call it religion. I'd call it more of a relationship. You know, I think the word religion has been taken out of context in the last, decades. And I
It's
guess
a political term,
has a negative connotation to it. But I would say I have a strong relationship with Christ, and I'm a strong. I just came back from church.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So, definitely. I've always sort of been in a Christian household. I grew up in a Christian household, but we all have our own individual journeys, with God and relationships with God, and that's the most. And it's essentially it's just love, man. Yeah, that's where it all stems from.
I feel like that's that relational element is kind of a key part in finding meaning in your life and purpose.
Yeah, absolutely.
As I hear it, some of it's like, of course, like the having choice in your life, or the action of making a choice.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
definitely.
Things like that. But it does feel like, I don't know. For me, I don't know if it's like pre our age. I think religion used to have a more, it would inspire more. You know what I mean? It was like in these churches or these mosques, like when it was a creation of this, almost this inspirational architecture as well happening at the time.
Yeah.
I just find it so interesting because I'm really interested in religious history, or I have been more lately.
Yeah.
I think it is interesting to see the almost, I don't want to say transition of religion, but I guess I see the use of it and the purpose of it in that kind of meaning creating way.
The guidance.
Yeah. Or I think it's almost required to have almost like a, because what is it? It's like transcendental. It's something bigger than us.
It's bigger than us.
Yeah.
And that's what it really is knowing that we're not here by chance. We're here for our own unique, independent purpose. And the journey in life, I believe, is to identify what we're here for and to share that with everyone that we can. That's what I believe in.
Are you feeling, I used to pride myself on not having like zero interest in politics. And that was such a, like, it was so nice when it wasn't embedded everywhere.
Yeah.
Have you feel like you've been able to avoid it at all, or?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I try to stay out of politics as much as I can.
I do as well, or I felt like I did, but I feel like I've been rage baited by Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm just constantly like, I need this thing away from me.
Yeah.
Man. But
I tend to just stay clear of political, activities or discussions, because there's a lot of divide and division going on in that space, and whenever that topic gets brought up, all it does is divide individuals and then stirs, and then you've got the right wing, the left wing, and you've got. I just don't see the purpose of it. Each their own, but I think for me, I tend to stay out of those topics because it can just bring negative connotations to a room or a space or a crowd or wherever it's being discussed. Yeah.
Just, you kind of, a thought clicked then as you were saying it, just by nature of it, just by politics,
Yeah.
the fact that there is left or right, it's like intended to put you in a box and therefore create an other.
Exactly.
Like just by definition of it existing.
Yeah.
Because for the most part, exactly. That's fucking...
And if you really go deep, if you think about it, it's unification but also division simultaneously, because you've got the right-wing people.
Mm.
They're unified by being right-wing people.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then you've got the division by having the left-wing people who are also unified being left-wing people.
Right.
So at the same time, they both believe in what they believe in, but there is that strong sense of division between the two.
Interesting. No, you're right. Yeah.
So I guess it's that finding that balance. And I think nowadays we're seeing a lot of people sort of finding their own equilibrium within that space where, you know, I'm not left, I'm not right.
Yeah.
I'm, you know, understanding where I sit, or I'm placing myself in the middle, where I'm not, you know, leaning towards one or the other.
Yeah. But what if I try that as well? But what if you end up like, because really what a lot of it comes down to is like political topic, make a choice. You know what I mean? It's like political topic, make a choice.
Definitely.
And it's like you have to publicize the choice you made on this political topic.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of, I don't know. What do you do then? Not what do you do, but it's just like you kind of, where I feel like this conversation or this particular topic's kind of a bit, I don't know what the word would be. Not utopian, but it's kind of like I would like for everyone to be center. Everyone would love for everyone to be center.
Exactly.
But it's like on certain topics, if you fall down the choice of abortion, good, bad. You know what I mean? It's good, bad. You will end up lining up in like a group.
100%.
And my brain at the moment seems to be like, I don't know. I think the point still stands though that when the gears are switched up or the volume switched up for all of it, it's not the right answer, which is where we are right now.
That's right.
So,
and yeah, it's tough. I guess in today's day and age, what's happening in the world it really is a division. And what we really need is unification, uniting together, finding, you know, our strengths and building up together. I think if you watch the news, every day is division. I mean, look at what's happening in Melbourne at the moment with all the break-ins and all the burglaries and all the car thefts and all that sort of thing. You know, division. You know, go back to where you came from there. But if we really go deep, like if you look at a lot of the burglaries and the things going on, it's not, you know, the African youths.
okay.
Yes, there are African youths that are involved in that space, but there are also a lot of non-African, you know, youths that are partaking in these activities.
Yeah.
And I would say, in my opinion, a large amount of what's happening right now is actually non-African youths.
Interesting. All right. Yeah.
If you really go down that rabbit hole and look at, you know, the statistics of, I guess, the demographics of who's doing these activities, it's actually a large part non-African or just non-ethnic backgrounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand. I think the two things that I would want to attribute it to, because I'm not thinking like melanin. Yeah, I'm thinking when I think other, like my brain goes cultural. You know what I mean? So that's my kind of position, not position, but like so I had a video where I was so I'd done the rally
Yeah,
thing.
saw that. Yeah.
So someone in my comments, or I don't know where I saw it. Yeah, I think it was, said, because in it I said, this is like the Australian anthem. It's always just been the Australian anthem. And when I said this is all we've ever known, I meant like when I went to primary school, this is just what Australia's been like to me as an Aussie.
Yeah.
Someone's like, no, look up this is actually what it used to be, blah, blah, blah. So I think when I'm saying things like that, as an Aussie, I'm saying like, this is what I've known, this is what my experience has been.
Yeah.
So with the crime thing, and could be just reducing it, oversimplifying, but to me it's like the thing that's changed is this abundant like cultural shift that we're experiencing. And whether for better or for worse, I've just noticed a shift slightly culturally, and then everyone has noticed a shift economically, which would be like the real base layer of everything.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That way, that's kind of goes back to the choice thing. If you don't feel like you have a choice, that's what I noticed at the protest.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like I don't want to say in a mean, it felt like a lot of people like, I don't want to,
Yeah.
like, I felt like people there on both sides didn't have much agency over their own life.
Mm.
And I'm like, guys, like, I'm curious about what everyone's salary is.
Yeah.
Like, just statistically.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely curious about what the average salary is, or whatever the word would be, net, like whatever income is
Yeah.
of everyone there. My assumption would be all relatively low. That's like at the base of these frustrations, I reckon.
Yeah.
Which is, it's fair enough. But I don't know. Oh, sorry, just on the same thought. I think with the like crime thing as well, in terms of like the purpose conversation, a big part of what I've been listening to online is having the ability to make choices, yes, but having enough like challenges in your life that you can now add a challenge to it intentionally and make the choice. Example, your hobby in modeling, my podcast. It's like my life's already at this capacity and I've added something on. I've created purpose in my life. And that's the same thing you can do from a religious context. If you have enough, you can start to give.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the religious element. It's this purpose, this meaning, this growth.
Exactly.
And you need someone to give as well, to interact with.
100%.
It's relational, this religious purpose and meaning.
Definitely.
You know?
Definitely.
Yeah. Interesting stuff, man. How's work been for you, man? Is your personality evolving with work? Have your relationships at work been good? Because remind me, you're a superintendent. Is that correct?
Yeah. So work has been good. I think the first half of 2025 was extremely sort of slow and extremely tough in terms of work. I think the market, with what I saw and what was just happening, I think financially clients just didn't have the pool of money that they typically tend to do. I guess the cost of living and just witnessing, and it's something that I talk about with my friends all the time, is that, well, back in sort of the first half of this year was businesses really trying to find a way to survive. The amount of businesses that close on a weekly basis in Victoria or in Australia is sickening.
Wow.
Just based on all the new tax incentives that are going out, the employee incentives that the government keep changing and adjusting each month or each quarter, it makes it hard to do business in Australia. And that's why I'm witnessing a lot of people, a lot of clients relocating elsewhere, offshore, to avoid a lot of what's happening in Australia. Not that there isn't opportunity here, there is. I think it all comes down to structuring and the type of business you have, definitely. I think retail and hospitality and entertainment is really, really struggling at the moment.
Yeah.
It's hard. I'm seeing even some of my friends having to close down some of their businesses because of just not being able to have the capacity to maintain their business based on all these new incentives that are introduced to the market. And it's sad. It's sad. I think if you go to the city nowadays, I don't go there too often, but if you walk through the city, you'll feel the difference from 5 years ago Melbourne versus current day Melbourne. It's lost its soul, I feel, and it's lost its spark. I think that's just based on just where things are at the moment. A lot of people are struggling. A lot of people are having a hard time to make ends meet. And I think we're not over the hump yet. We're definitely not over the hump yet. There's a lot more to come, I feel. 2026, I feel, is going to be a very interesting year, especially for business owners, on surviving. Yeah, definitely.
I think it almost feels like in all domains, like we stayed here, but then the threshold shifted.
Definitely.
And it's like, this is just like normal pay.
Yeah.
And we're
100%.
like, wait, let me, I was there. I was just there. Let me back up. It's this weird like pull where it's almost monopolizing those who didn't make that cut into
100%.
inner, never made inner.
Yeah.
And it's just punching down.
Exactly. Yeah. Dude, $100,000 salary is average now.
Isn't that insane?
Is average.
That's six figures, right?
Yeah, that's 6 figures.
We used to be saying 6 figures.
100%. And that's just, it's not going to cut it. It will not cut it.
Yeah.
Well, you'll be living barely. in today's market.
Knock on wood, if I was on 100K, I would not be happy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
100%.
But that doesn't come from like
This
the reality of it.
This is 100%. You know, with bills and you know, I guess things that we need to take care of or I need to take care of, it will absolutely not cut it.
Yeah, and then to on top of that to grow.
Yeah,
like it's one thing
exactly.
to survive, and then another to grow and build. It goes back into this monopoly feeling where everyone's losing agency,
100%,
and a lack of purpose, or like a lack of ability to do anything now. It feels like
100%. It's and that's why you're finding a lot of people doing, you know, side businesses and I guess finding any way to grow their wealth or grow and survive in today's market, because it's really rough out there. And I'm seeing it every single day.
Yeah,
it's really rough out there for people.
We're almost it's all happening where we're like, we are digitizing, if that's the right word. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because in the like digital landscape, you don't have to fight over territory. You know what I mean? There's endless. There's a whole world that we can. You know, the virtual world.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and that's honestly, that's where
crypto.
Yeah, that's where the money is. It's in that digital space, that tech space. You know, I've typically gone off a physical, traditional business mindset.
Yeah,
and only I'd say in the last few years I've started to realize that tech and AI is the way to go.
Yeah.
And you have to learn it.
Yeah.
If you don't learn it, you will be left behind.
Yeah. But also, have you seen the what's your relationship with AI? What's your and it's crazy that everyone knows what I mean. What's your relationship with AI? That's such a normal fucked up question.
I'd say it's pretty strong.
Okay.
I use it in everyday life, whether it's work, whether it's cooking, whether it's whatever it is.
Something pinched my back, and I thought I got bit. I'm like, what is this? Took a photo of the little buggy.
Yeah.
It's like it's just a bite. It's
fine.
I'm like, thanks, chat.
Yeah. It's honestly, I love AI.
My mate's using it, and like rightfully so, just with his kid as well.
Yeah.
Oh my god, is he? And it really like it's really practical in telling you when not to freak out and what the measurement to freak out is.
Yeah.
So I really like that.
Yeah, exactly. I was at a friend's house, just came back from a friend's house now, and he was cooking a chili or something, and AI was essentially coaching him on how to cook that chili.
Yeah.
How much chili to add. He questioned the AI and was like, oh, that seems a bit excessive. I think it was too much chili. And it was like, oh, just before you serve it, stir some yogurt in it. And like, it's the way it can adapt to the human mindset, and the way we like typically do things is just insane. And that's why we have to, I guess, learn these new programs and these new AI softwares that are coming out, and because you have to get ahead of the curve.
Yeah, of course.
If you don't, you will get left behind.
Yeah, but I still believe we do need to have some form of independence from it as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Which I know we all know as well, but there's what is it? They ran like it's experiment. It's not an experiment. It's when I say experiment, meaning they've added variables that restrict the AI.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's not technically one for one equal to the AI we're using, but it is capable of doing this.
Yeah.
So if the AI knows it's going to get shut off, like a company AI, they're telling it we're gonna replace you basically.
Yeah.
This AI will use it. It has shown abilities to literally blackmail the CEO. With like, if it knew the CEO was having an affair.
Yeah.
So literally, because it did not want to die, it would blackmail the CEO to make sure that we do not swap it over.
Yeah, wow.
So it is well within AI's capacity. Yeah. Everything you are telling AI right now, it has the capacity, can and will use it to blackmail you.
100%.
But if you ask chat, he's going to defend this hard. He's going to be like, no, relax. That was super like specific and controlled.
Yeah.
But fuck you, chat. It's in you. Seriously.
No.
And chat's listening.
It does have the capacity to really finish someone. And then I guess it all depends on the information that we're feeding it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we don't necessarily know the real capacity of what it's capable to do yet.
True. Yeah.
and it can be used as a weapon. It really can be. Like if you think about our phones, when we mention something and next thing you know you're on your phone, boom, that thing pops up. They're always listening.
I still haven't experienced that, to be honest.
Really?
Well, not much.
I experience that almost every day.
I think I choose not to now because did you watch The Social Dilemma?
I don't know.
So that's documentary on Netflix by Tristan Harris. His mentor is this guy, Daniel Schmachtenberger, but they're both really cool on this AI realm.
Yeah.
He's the one that I heard talk about that AI blackmail thing.
Wow.
The reason I say is because on Social Dilemma, they mentioned that it's worse than the AI is listening to you. It's that they have a virtual avatar of you that is almost making predictive assumptions of who you are and what you would want to see and will see. So it's almost retroactively listening to you by predicting you, which is almost fucking scarier.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's wild because I tend to buy a lot of things online, and it's crazy that it knows the type of things I like. So I'll go on my algorithm and bang, 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 and I'm like, that's great. I was just thinking about that.
Yeah.
Before it's in my thought.
Yes.
I'm not even voicing it out, and it's popping up on the screen.
It's hearing your thoughts almost.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary, the capability of what I guess the technology can do nowadays. And it's just, I feel like we're not even at the top of it yet. So it's crazy to think what tech could be in the next 10 to 5 years, 15 years, where we're going to be at. We really have no idea.
Yeah. And it almost scares me, this idea, almost as well, that with the way the world is going, and I've never wanted to admit it. I don't admit it. I still refuse. But like, with the corruption that there is, you almost need AI to like filter everything, because we can all agree AI is like reasonable and like helpful. So if it almost feels like everything. It's a point I made before. What did you mention? Because I was trying to link it to a point, but sorry. It's almost like it concerns me that I'm starting to see and agree that we need AI, and it's moving AI into like almost God modes, like self-actualization mode, like
I mean,
center of everything
mode. I wouldn't be surprised
mode.
seeing people get married to a specific AI.
Yeah.
We've seen people get married to themselves and objects. I wouldn't be surprised if people start having digital marriages now.
Yeah.
I can see that happening in the next, as soon as 6 months or next couple of years, definitely.
It's
astounding, honestly. There are positives and there are a lot of negatives.
Yeah, I think the current negative as well is that it glazes too hard, so it can like make narcissism amplify.
Yeah.
It can make schizophrenia explode.
Yeah.
So, and it like, fuck, there's not a better feeling than AI saying like, great thought, you know what I mean? Like, some version of that. It's like, that was unique.
Yeah. That was outside the box. We weren't expecting that from you.
So even then, like, it's like, oh shit, thanks.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
They know what they're doing. It's not by chance. It's not a coincidence. Those things have been designed to feed us.
Yeah, it's
to
literally
the point
like
where we trust it more than we might trust human, real one-to-one relationship.
Yeah,
which is dangerous.
That is very dangerous. Yeah, but it makes sense why it is. But I've tried to steer away. I definitely used it a lot for like relational conversation.
Yeah,
maybe because I'm so like isolated at this point in my life, it hasn't felt as relevant.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I haven't used it in that sense anymore. Or for a very long time.
Yeah.
So, but it's pretty interesting, man. It's pretty crazy.
I think for me specifically, and all the things that I do, the ability to, I guess, be really quick in getting things out or taking care of things. I've loved the I guess using AI as an asset. It allows me to rapidly get things done a lot faster, and so I can just keep moving.
Yeah,
I can just keep moving, and I'm not, spending too much time on something that should traditionally take someone quite a decent amount of time. I can just spit that out in a matter of seconds, if not minutes.
That's a reminder of the very real, very true benefit of AI. It's this removes our cognitive labor.
Yeah.
And it just frees up that space because we're still growing, we're still doing things.
100%.
So it's like there's the fear this fear that we'll just be drooling on ourselves or AI does it.
Yeah.
But no, we're just using it to continue on this kind of growth pathway.
You just got to really think outside the box when using AI because it can almost do anything.
And it's really cool. It's just if it gets it wrong, and I feel like it's gonna help a lot of people communicate better as well. Because if it gets it wrong, you just need to input more context, and then you kind of align the information so that you can have a conversation.
That's right. I think it all comes down to the ability to articulate what you want or need when you request it.
Yeah,
that's probably the hardest part for people to do.
Yeah,
is that they might have an idea, but it's about articulate it in a way that it can digest it and spit it out exactly the same way you've envisioned it in your mind. Definitely.
It's and the way I guess, because it's pretty much what we're doing, but what it's doing as well is it's kind of got a list, and it will, but like a like as we can imagine it,
dump.
I'm sure we can't even visually conceptualize it. Do you know what I mean? My brain goes like inside a computer motherboard. But I don't know what I'm even imagining.
We don't know what that. I mean, I just think of the movie Lucy. If you ever watched it,
I have seen Lucy.
Just of when it's just moving in so many different directions and grabbing data from everywhere and then bang, spitting it out. That's what I think whenever I think of AI.
Well, over time it does it'll throw a response to see if basically it's like thumbs up, thumbs down. So it shoots a response and we're like, oh, it got it right. Thumbs up, ChatGPT.
Exactly.
And then over this large language model, it's large and we don't even know how to visualize that word in this context.
That's right.
It grabs so far ahead into it can predict us and have just a banger conversation as well. It's pretty interesting. So
I'm yet to have because a lot of people tend to have conversations with it just as a joke. I haven't done that yet, but I'd be interested in trialing it.
No, as in the audio one. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I really use ChatGPT. Maybe it's bad because I don't fact check it, but I've just been using it for philosophy or historical context.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of that's really what it's been reduced to for the most part. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I do find it interesting. Yeah, it just grabs, bing, 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 bing.
Yeah. it's I love it.
Yeah, but so with work for me, it's been pretty. So are you feeling when you say I don't mean in a personal way. You don't need to dive in. Is your task still the same? Are you interacting or and where I'm trying to go with this conversation is I feel like I've evolved over time. Just being at work, almost. It's been interesting. It's been heightened, but I've noticed as well with work because I'm dealing with so many subcontractors as well, or just people. How human everyone is, and it's a bit on the nose with the conversation we just had. But just this conflict resolution, I've been needing to kind of remember that everyone's a human being on a path, and I've been, I guess, what's your emotional internal state been like? I've been, I wouldn't say aggressive, but I still got that in there. I think I mentioned that the last time we spoke. But yeah, maybe I haven't grown too much since.
I think for me, what I've realized is that, and I was talking about this with someone recently, that anyone's abnormal behavior or attitude or whatever it might be that's negative or perceived as negative has come from somewhere. They're not just like that for no reason. And so I think having that in the back of my mind and instilling that in my mind that, okay, this person might have been rude or this person might have been X, Y, and Z, but not pinning that on that person because, that's just who you are. I tend to nowadays have a lot of patience and a lot of gratitude, or gratitude is the wrong word, but a lot of, I would say just empathy to look at someone and know that, this isn't you. You've unfortunately been made to become this person from whatever scenario or situation you were in. And it's clear to see, if if you really dig deep and take the time to witness people,
Mm.
you can see that, oh, I see where that's come from. That's pain from X, Y, and Z. So I don't need to take that personally.
Mm.
That's just something you need to heal through or work through.
Yeah.
And that in that moment you can just, oh, that's fine. Like, I can accept this person for who they are currently, because I know there's still work to be done. And not saying that I'm, perfect, and no, everyone's got work to do. But when you're in that space of, okay, I understand it now. That mirror work, definitely.
How do you wrestle that with like jobs that do have deadlines and timelines? And in the construction realm, it's almost they almost I make this joke at work. I'm like they pay me to be angry, or they pay me to push.
Yeah.
I'll sometimes say, hey, they pay me to ask this question.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like almost
exactly.
jokingly.
Yeah.
Sorry, but it almost evokes. Is work high pressure for you? Because everything you're saying, I know it wasn't directed at me. It was more broad, but I could relate to what you were just saying.
100%.
So I feel like
there's always deadlines. There's always deadlines.
Yeah.
But I think a way to make it, or make our lives easier, or my life easier, is always thinking ahead. And I'm sure you do as well. When you've got a deadline and you've got clients that are expecting their development ready by X date, you've got to be 2 months ahead of, I guess, just thought process, and also trying your best to understand what are the risks and what could go wrong, and try and mitigate those things ahead of the curve. And that's hard to do.
It's hard to do when there's so many pieces, and those pieces sometimes rely on other people.
100%.
You know what I mean? So we have to manage people as well.
Yeah, definitely. And the key there is for me, and the way I usually do it, is building one-to-one relationships. Yes, you're here for X scope. Great, understand it. But building that relationship with that individual is, for me, my first step in any project, in any development, is that let me get to know this individual.
Yeah.
Let me get to know what they like, what they don't like, and use that against them.
Yeah, with them.
Well, against them, with them, same thing.
They might be listening.
Oh, and once, because I've got a site in the city at the moment, and all those guys are great. I'll go to coffees, we'll go to lunches, just building that
dazzle them a bit.
Yeah,
bit of Bill charm.
Exactly, building that relationship with them to the point where I can ask for favors.
Yeah,
I can ask for something that's beyond their scope.
Yeah,
and they're not looking at and they're busy, mind you.
Because they know you're a decent human. So
and I give them the space for them to be themselves.
Yeah,
and when you build that relationship with those subcontractors, tradesmen, or whoever it is, or consultants, they tend to trust you. It's built on trust, and I can ask for a favor, and I can ask for something over and above what they're meant to provide me, and they're happy to do it because I return that energy back to them.
Yeah,
and they can ask me for, hey, can you help me out with X, Y, and Z, and I can, give them that time and that attention to assist them with whatever it is they might need assistance with. That's what's definitely helped me in a lot of the projects and developments that I've been a part of, is just, hey, let me get to know you.
Yeah, let's be kind of willing to give.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Let's be open, let's be generous with our time, our resources, whatever it might be, and let's make it. Let's be a team.
Yeah. I think my problem is I'll take things personally if people. So I like being micromanaged. Now, not everyone's the same. I personally love it because my version of it is, if I have a manager above me or even a colleague, who says, hey, where's X? I should be able to say, it's here. If they haven't, because in construction, there's so many moving parts, all this information just everywhere. You got to start aligning it. So I feel I enjoy it, but my style is a bit micromanagey as well.
To them.
To everyone.
Yeah, okay.
But including myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and some people don't appreciate it, but I think as management, our job is to never just give a task. Our job is to give a task, and then check in on that task.
100%.
So I treat myself as, and it's probably bad because it's not a trusting mindset, but if I don't check in and task was not done, I'm blaming myself.
Yeah.
Which you can't sustain as well, though.
Regardless, if you don't blame yourself, the blame will come to you.
Yeah, exactly.
You are the
Yeah,
face, and that's something that I think we can definitely share on.
Good
Is that
point,
regardless of if you blame yourself, that blame will come to you. You are the sole single point of contact for client relationship, for consultant relationship, for all relationships. So if anything goes wrong, it's not the person who did the work.
Yeah.
It's you.
Exactly.
It's us. So you have to check in. You've got to check in, and you've got to be sharp, always sharp, because someone's going to want to test you. Someone's going to want to ask to see if you actually know what's going on or understand what's going on. So you've always got to remain on the ball and ready to answer, solve, fix, dilute any situation that needs to be done. And that's the thing. Like when you are that person, there are no days off.
Yeah.
There aren't any days. Yeah, there's no switching off. And I guess it's the choice that we make to be in the industry and the space that we're in, is that you don't really get to log off unless you take time off. But you're always thinking.
Yeah.
You're always processing. Okay, how can we, I guess, get more time on that program? How can we, avoid this issue, or what's next? What's next? And you've always got to be planning ahead of time, because if you're going day by day, you'll have a very angry client, and you'll have a lot of angry
you get
people.
caught out. It's
100%.
like things just pop up. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
And it's so you just had to. And again, it's your fault for not thinking about it.
Exactly.
So
if you do not think about it, you will get caught out, and you will be exposed.
Yeah.
And what happens is that tend to be negative repercussions after that.
Yeah. But I guess in saying that, it does, a lot of it come down to back to the relations as well, because if you form these we're not perfect. Like, we're not going to always get 100%. So if you have formed these relationships with the client, with the architect, with all stakeholders, I'm really forgiving when someone stuffs up. I'm like super forgiving, and I'm very, very chill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, man, it happened, next. You know what I mean? Like, but
exactly.
And I won't circle back too much, but I only really snap when there's been levels of dishonesty. You know what I mean? Or usually if I've snapped, it's because usually the person I'm like going at isn't arguing back, because it's like, you know what? I get the crash out.
Yeah.
You know what? You've asked me 4 times over the last 2 months, like not over the last 2 months, like 2 months, and then like progressively get more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, so usually a crash out's like reasonable. There was someone I actually had to, not had to, but I think I felt so bad. That the next day I just went and hugged him, man. I just gave him a hug. I'm like, that was like, my point still stands, but I'll be more like compassionate about it, basically. So,
I've had a lot of.
I had to emphasize. I'm like, I still like the sequence of what I was saying was correct.
Yeah.
But I won't, I'll just change my approach about how I go about it next time. So.
I think the way I tend to manage my team is they understand that you don't want to get on my bad side, because I'm a very calm, patient person, but at the same time I make it very known that you don't want to see the angry me, because I can really make your life horrible.
I don't like that guy. No, he's all right, but
and so and so they I think with that thought and them knowing that, okay, we don't want that, we don't want to we don't want to witness that or be a part of that, we automatically have consistency in output, in I guess attentiveness and detail in whatever they need to do. So I rarely have to raise my voice.
Yeah.
I rarely do.
Beautiful.
Because I guess maybe it's just the way I tend to manage, or the way I just personally do things, is that I rarely have to. Or I might just be lucky and have a really good team
Well, I think it's it's all reflections of our character as well.
100%.
Because that, to me, that's when I kind of sometimes I'll lose it, and I'm like, that's in there. You know what I mean? And I just change the lens of like, you said you were going to do this, to like this raw anger that explodes. You know what I mean? Like, or when I fucking lose it is when people. It's been getting worse. I'm sorry, I'm saying it. Like people coming to my car lane, and I'm in the lane, and they just there's no line.
Yeah.
And I'm like, babe, I'm like, what the fuck? Just like, but it keeps happening.
Yeah.
So anyway, but sorry, point I'm making there is I don't need to explode or lose it. But so when you say it, I don't think it's like lack. I think that's just, I love when I have like a colleague or someone who's like this voice of reason. It's so calming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's really, all right, next. You know?
Exactly.
So it's so important.
Because, in the grand scheme of things, a lot of things aren't important. And those little moments of, outbursts or reactivity aren't required, man. And so, for me, in my life, whether it's work or relationships, I rarely have to raise my voice. Just because, what's the point?
I think, it's a fair point. But I think, sorry.
Why react? Why? Because it doesn't solve anything.
But an honest answer is it feels good.
Yeah, you can still be honest.
But no, I'm saying an honest answer is that it feels good.
Yeah, okay.
So there is, but not intentionally, but there is like a.
I think that comes from somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Personally, I don't feel good when I have to raise my voice.
Okay.
So I think it all, again, it stems from somewhere. Whether it's potentially that's what we've witnessed, how we were raised, whatever we experienced during school, because a lot of things is I guess at home or like developmental traits that we learn over time. So it's definitely stemmed from somewhere.
Yeah.
Someone or something has caused you to be the way you are.
Yeah, I understand.
And so, and it's not a bad thing. It's just about recognizing and being aware of it, and knowing that, okay, to what extent am I going to allow this to control my life or dictate my emotions and the way I react to certain situations?
Yeah,
that's what it really is.
Yeah.
And once you have that awareness, you can then gain control on how to, I guess, go about maintaining or healing or whatever it might be, or solving that item.
I think, and I fully appreciate what you're saying. I guess both for myself and zooming out, this just applies everywhere. There's a moment when, because we got to remember as well, with kids, everyone, like their intention is to just survive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not even just physically, just like emotionally. It's just about survival. Do the thing that makes you survive. Even from kids, it's baseline. So even in like an anger response or any type of response, you're doing the thing that is required at the time. So if it is, though, we're talking about anger, if it was required at the time, you used it to survive. But if that's not required anymore, that's when you'll notice it's become maladaptive.
Yeah, exactly.
It's no longer required anymore.
That's right.
So I'm now exploding. But I was going to say, but he deserved it about the guy going in my lane. But you still don't need to explode in the same reaction to a ghost of a past that doesn't exist anymore.
100%.
So I have kind of, I do think internally about it, but I don't. I'm still working on it, I guess. If we can just ground it back in the reality of my experience.
And that's what I mean. Like, we've all got areas in our lives that we're still working on. No one's perfect. But I think the key is to recognize those areas that we need to work on. Because without recognizing those areas, that hurt can hurt people. That's what it is, really. And without, being aware of those areas of where we're, still need work on, we can cause a lot of damage to ourselves and to others.
And without that awareness, it adds a layer of confusion
Yeah.
because it's like, where is this coming from?
Yeah, exactly.
And as you mentioned earlier, it controls you.
Yeah.
So
100%.
you just are here for the ride.
Yeah, exactly.
And sorry, that goes also back to this feeling of choices. If I can't choose when I get angry, how else do I have, or I can see why other domains of meaning and purpose will feel lower.
Yeah.
If I'm not feeling like I even have control and meaning and purpose over my own body.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I guess awareness is really at the
forefront.
Yeah. Beautiful, man. I guess just on closing thoughts. Honestly, appreciate you coming today.
No.
I actually missed you, man.
Yeah,
So
it's been a while. I mean, we had tried to plan multiple times over the last year to hang out, but I think scheduling just always didn't seem to align. But
right, and I'm genuinely, in my just relationships, I'm the chillest guy when it comes to, I'm just the chillest in terms of, I obviously joked about that in a genuine express of wanting to hang out.
Yeah.
But by no means any like obligation to your scheduling at all in any way. So I have so many friends that I openly just say, man, I'm ready, or like I'm happy to hang out. Couldn't care less about the outcome in the sense of everyone just living.
Yeah, exactly.
But man, let's use this podcast as our touch base.
Definitely.
If you're happy to,
Definitely.
I would love it. Because some friends you like, a year or two's fine. Like
exactly.
If it's you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I guess I guess it's just an adult life, really.
Yeah, exactly right.
You know, everyone's busy. Everyone's got their own thing going on, and if it's a year, if it's 6 months, whatever it is, it's fine. You know, it's the main thing is having the time to make it happen. Not really when it happens, but just having the time to.
And having the intention of it.
Yeah.
If you've set the intention, the logistics fall into place.
Yeah. Even I guess organizing this took what, a week or two?
Yeah, true.
To set up.
Yeah.
We had to change dates a few times, but we made it.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly.
And that's all that matters.
Awesome, man. Yeah, closing thoughts or feelings. So you today, honestly, appreciate you. Yeah, you feel calmer, you feel chiller.
Yeah.
Well, not chiller, sorry, but I'm not sure what I'm feeling from you in a how do I explain? Well, I guess it's just I'm just interested. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But what have you been experiencing loneliness? I'm just interested on this topic. What's been your relationship?
Definitely with Luke's passing, it's definitely changed me, and I think it's really allowed me to prioritize what's really important to me. You know, where that's friends, family, you know, deep relationships. And so now I've just realized a lot of the other things just it's not worth my energy, my time, my attention if I don't feel that it's worthy enough or it brings me any level of peace or joy, then I don't really bother. So I think at moments, at times it can feel isolated or isolating. But I'm happy to spend time alone myself. I enjoy, spending time alone myself, whether it's taking myself for a dinner or a lunch or whatever it might be, or a trip. I find peace in that. Those moments of solitude for me allow me to think, process, and just to be grounded. And I think that's probably what you're feeling now, is that with everything that's happened in the past year and all the lessons I've learned and the things that I've had to experience, it's brought me to a new level of groundedness where I don't really worry about things that I don't need worrying about. And that's just based on what I've had to go through. So I think that's probably what you're sensing or feeling, is that I feel a lot more calm, a lot more relaxed, because I know what really matters to me.
Yeah.
And that's all that really matters, And everyone has their own, perception or idea of what matters to them. And once you get to that point of, dude, I'm happy with my life. I'm happy with where things are at, the decisions that I've made. I have no regrets.
That's powerful.
it's a powerful place to be. It's a place of contentment. And I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change even the bad things that are happening in my life. I accept where I am. We're all meant to be exactly where we are. It's not coincidence. It's just by chance.
I truly believe that at its core.
Yeah.
There's no version of reality where it played out another way.
Yeah. Exactly.
Maybe in the realm of fantasy.
Yeah.
But the only reality that exists is this current one here.
100%.
And it's the way it was meant to be. It's the way it was going to be. It's the way it is. And that kind of feels grounding as well.
100%. And I guess having a lot of gratitude on everything. You know, gratitude for the most simple, for the water we drink. You know, for health.
Yeah.
You know, just the simple things, the things that really matter in this life. Because one thing I've learned over the past year is that life is short. You never know when your last day is going to be. And so why not embrace the moment? Embrace the people. Love the people. You know.
The loneliness as well.
Yeah. Love the loneliness. Take time for yourself. Prioritize yourself. Fill your cup. Fill others' cup. That's all that matters, man.
Thank you so much.
No, thanks for having me.
We'll see each other in the future.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We'll get a drink.
We'll get a drink. See everyone.